Some say Wilkinsburg experienced its golden years shortly after World War II. The borough's population had swelled above 30,000. For comparison, it's now less than half of that. The Penn Lincoln Hotel was pulling in travelers from the nearby Pennsylvania Railroad and the Lincoln Highway. Dozens of shops filled the borough's business district. Like Braddock, it was a kind of downtown in the East End suburbs. Managers from Westinghouse and the leaders of area steel mills called Wilkinsburg home. The steel industry's collapse in the 1970s and 1980s hit Wilkinsburg hard. Many residents and businesses left. Jobs dried up. By the 1990s, crime had crept upward amid a period of disinvestment. In some pockets of the borough, blight saturated everything like a stain. Even today, as you walk down South Avenue or Ross, you'll find abandoned, dilapidated homes, some boarded up, some burnt, with holes punched through their windows and roofs. John Diano has been working at Penwood Paint and Supply on Wood Street for 38 years. He's owned the shop for more than a decade. Today, shops like Dale Market are outnumbered by boarded-up businesses near Penn Avenue. But there is hope, business owners and borough officials say. Hosanna House and Action Housing are building a mixed-use development on Penn Avenue with 41 affordable apartments and 12,000 square feet of retail space. It will stand on the site of the former Penn Lincoln Hotel, a staple from what people remember as Wilkinsburg's better days. James and Eric Youngblood think Wilkinsburg's better days, though, aren't in the past tense. The cousins opened Perfection at its Best Catering as the pandemic waned, right across the street from that construction on the old Penn Lincoln Hotel site. The Youngbloods revamped a garden nearby to grow the food they cook. But not everybody sees this 2-square-mile Pittsburgh suburb as a case study in blight. About 5 years ago, Wilkinsburg started spending $300,000 annually to demolish blighted properties. Since 2023, two state leaders, Senator Jay Costa and Representative Abigail Salisbury, have helped funnel an additional $1 million in funds to those efforts. About 200 homes have met the wrecking ball since. Last year, Congressman Chris DeLuzio came to Wilkinsburg to tout a nearly $1.7 million federal investment in housing and retail development there. Despite the emotive photos and videos of blight, Wilkinsburg has many faces. Though most associate the Regent Square neighborhood and business district with Pittsburgh, much of it sits in Edgewood and Swissvale. And yes, Wilkinsburg. Wilkinsburg Regent Square homes are stately. Its roadways there tree-covered. Visitors will find a similar tone, a similar sense of a blossoming residential community around Black Ridge, the neighborhood that sits, in part, in Wilkinsburg, on its eastern border with Churchill. All the work has people talking. Borough officials and residents have been plotting out the rebirth of Wilkinsburg for decades. Much of the recent revitalization talk, though, started when contractors got to work rehabbing the Wilkinsburg train station some 9 years ago. As millions in state funds and grants pour in, Wilkinsburg still has battles to fight. Poverty impacts 1 in every 5 of its residents.